Hello, my pretties. Thus begins tour vlog day 1 for the Southwest Malison tour that I am being a part of. So for those of you who don't know me, I am John. I play in a band called Viminal. I'm the vocalist and guitarist, but the next week I am the second guitar player in the melodic thrash band, I guess you would call them, Malison from San Diego. And in today's vlog, I just thought I would share how I'm packing for the tour. So let's call this tour vlog day 1. And I'm testing this new camera that I bought, and I'm going to take on the road with me and capture some shots and, you know, get some bus mischief and grab some stuff of us playing live, and hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. So let's start with the guitar and stage gear. So I'm going to out of the camera for a second. First thing, obviously, that I have are my two guitars. My main guitar is a Jackson V, and my backup is a Schecter. And both are in E standard for this tour. And normally I play in D standard, but Malison is in E standard. I like the Jackson a lot more in terms of the comfort and playability, but the Schecter sounds amazing. It's got really pretty and clear EMGs in it, so I love that. This is my pedal board case. I'm actually pretty Spartan with my pedals, but for the purpose of this tour, I'm using just a noise gate and a tuner and a delay pedal for solos. And I'll use a delay also, I think, to boost a little bit for solos. Next thing is my gig bag. It's just a backpack, and I fill that up with cables and strings. Just went to Guitar Center, no, Sam Ash, bought a whole thing of strings, a whole sack of strings. Do I really need to show you? I guess I do. Some strings. I really like having fresh strings. They feel better, and I actually play better, I noticed, with new strings. It's really bizarre. And then this is some cleaning stuff in this bag. But mostly what's in here is cables and stuff to change my strings with. This right here is my day backpack. It's a North Face. I really like this bag, and I'm just gonna have like books and some clothes in there. This is my duffel bag, which is empty right now because I'm gonna fill it with clothes, but the clothes are out so I can show you guys. But in here is my toiletries sack with toothpaste, toothbrush, all that fun shit, and also very important in my opinion, dude wipes, butt wipes, flushable, vital, get them. And then this is my sleeping bag. We're actually doing this tour in an RV, which is cool because that's better than being upright in a van or something, or like in a regular car. But I'm still bringing a sleeping bag just so I can stay warm. Oh yeah, should bring you over to the amp. This is an Angle Savage 120. This is my main head when I play live. It's pretty much my main head in general. I think coming up I might change over to something like a Helix though, just to save on the space and the weight. I mean, this thing is fucking super heavy. And then this is my cab, just a cheap Marshall. One thing I should note about my gear is that I've labeled everything with the band, my name, and then the phone number. It's on, where is it on this one? Show it over here. There's that, and then it's also on all this stuff over here, as you've noticed. The idea with that is, this was actually an idea I got from the book, How to Make It in the New Music Business. Just that, you know, obviously you want to label everything in case it gets mixed up with someone else's gear at a show, because, you know, guitar cases tend to look similar. Anyway, moving on. Clothes. A few jackets. I have no idea what the weather's going to be like, but it has been fucking cold, even in LA. And we are going, like I said, it's going to be a Southwest thing, so we're going to Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and Nevada. I don't really know if Nevada counts as the Southwest, but basically going to Texas, then looping back and wrapping up in LA. So I don't know what the weather's going to be like, so a few jackets, some gloves, and then a bunch of clothes. Now, these are not all my clothes that I'm bringing because I have a bunch of stuff in laundry, but I figured this would be enough to kind of show what's up. Handful of t-shirts. Basically, I'm packing for the entire duration of the trip, which is going to be about a week. It's a really short tour. But I have no idea what the laundry situation is going to be. This is my first time going on a tour, which is part of the reason I'm documenting it. And I just want to make sure I have enough clothes so that no matter what happens, I have some clothes. Although I think one thing I might do is, I might use one outfit as like a stage outfit, and then just wear that every night, because that's going to be the thing that gets kind of dirtiest and sweatiest. But at least then I'll only be wearing it for a certain part of, like a short part of the day, like the half hour or so of our set, and then the rest of the day I'll be wearing other things, so hopefully it'll balance out. And then also, I remember watching a Cannibal Corpse DVD, and they were talking about this. So I think it's if you're wearing like an actual uniform, obviously this is something that other bands are doing. So I might do that. Anyway, this is like sleep stuff. I'm gonna turn on another light so I can see better. This is the stuff I'm gonna sleep in. This is a wool shirt. Doesn't have as many issues with like bacteria and odor and things like that. So I like to sleep in clean stuff. So I'm gonna use the wool to sleep in. One other thing I should mention, clothing-wise, for touring people and traveling people, this is a brand called Ex Officio. I've heard a lot about that brand, and last year I went to Europe and did a bunch of traveling, so I actually bought some pairs of underwear from them to have in Europe. And the cool thing about the Ex Officio stuff is that it's really easy to wash, and it doesn't build up in odors and bad shit, bacteria and all that crap. But the main thing is that it's really easy to wash and it dries really quickly. So, I mean, I could have done that whole Euro trip on like 2 pairs of underwear, because I would have just alternated them. You can literally wash them in the sink. So I really like Officio for that reason. Okay. Socks. I think you get the idea clothing-wise. Basically, shit to wear during the day, stuff to wear on stage in particular, and then stuff to sleep in. Bringing also a couple towels. Who knows what that will be like. Okay, next thing is first aid and such. I'm actually a little bit sick at the moment, maybe you can tell. So in this bag I have things like Sudafed, some cough drops, alcohol pads, Band-Aids, some emergency, some vitamin C, and a couple empty garbage bags. Just, you never know what you'll need those for. I think it's good to have extra bags. And then another tip from Ari Herstad, I think is how you pronounce his name, who wrote How to Make It in the Music Business. He's got a whole chapter on touring. He recommended bringing toilet paper, so you never know. Better be safe than sorry. I'm bringing toilet paper. One thing I'm bringing that might be a little bit unusual is I'm bringing this lantern I have because, here, check this out. You turn that on, and a bunch of these light up, but then you can also take out these individual pieces. Second, and use those as light. So I'm bringing all that with because we're staying in an RV. I don't know what the parking and sleeping and all that situation might be, so I think it's good to have a light. What's next? Gonna be a lot of driving, and I probably won't be doing too much of it, so I'm bringing a book. This is a novel I just started. It's pretty popular right now, but looked funny, so it's been on my shelf. Decided to read it. And one thing that's I'm bringing not here is a sack of like food and snacks and things like that. Nuts, dried fruit, some not dried fruit like some apples, and a can opener and some canned food. You can actually eat pretty healthy if you eat the right canned food. It's kind of interesting. But I'm bringing some things like canned chickens and canned sardines, things like that, and some protein bars. So you're not going to starve out on the road, but I do think it's better I'd rather bring my own food, so that I don't have to like worry about stopping in a place to get food. It's also cheaper for the most part to bring your own food. And if it were up to me, you know, I might be super thorough in the food bringing. I might, like, bring a bunch of food and, like, have a mini fridge or something like that. We have an RV, we have a stove, so who knows what's going to happen. I'm sure there'll be an episode of the vlogging process that deals with the kitchen and the food experience of the tour. But I just want to make sure I have some snacks to bring along with. See if there's anything else I want to mention. I guess one other thing I should say is there's some things I'm not bringing, such as my laptop, not bringing any microphones. I'm not doing any singing on this tour, although I sing normally with Viminal. And I'd say that's about it. That's probably enough for the first vlog. So let's call this a day 0, because tomorrow starts the tour, so tomorrow will be day 1. So day 0 is in the wraps, or in the books, some shit. And more to come tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. John from Viminal signing off.